Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. You guys, we missed you. Sorry we did not upload a video on Monday, but Sherri, what were we doing this weekend?
My sister and brother-in-law and nephews came up for a long weekend.
You guys, we had 4 days with them and it was so much fun. And so today's video is gonna be a compilation of the fun things we did with them, as well as just other random awesome stuff. Our nephews, Ian and Tobin, are 13 and 9, so while they visited, we wanted to do some fun stuff with them. And one of the things we did is we took them to a place that we had never been before. We took them to a trampoline park. We're gonna go check out Get Air Trampoline Park here in Anchorage. Everyone here has to have a waiver on file, even if you're not jumping, so Sherri's finishing that. Sherri, you're supposed to read all of those. Those are important safety. Okay. First, coronavirus protection. So this is what Get Air looks like. You can see all sorts of trampolines here. There's like a dodgeball pit back over there. They've got some like foam pits over here. You can see our nephew Tobin has climbed to the top and there he goes. Our other nephew Ian is right here playing dodgeball on this side of Get Air. So I have to admit, this guy right here is my hero of the entire Get Air space. Like, he's an adult in here playing dodgeball, absolutely just blasting kids, and this is my favorite thing to watch ever. I hope this guy's having a great Sunday because I'm having a great time watching him. Everyone else is out except our nephew Ian. He's in there against 3 other people, holding his own. This place is kind of cool. They actually have a whole like birthday section over here. Obviously it'd be a great place for like birthday parties. So just so you know, this place is $14.99 for 1 hour, $22.99 for 2 hours. You have to buy their socks, which are $3 a pair, but once you buy the socks, you can actually reuse them on future visits. And I've actually got to say, there's not a ton of people here, so there's like a lot of space for kids to jump around, or for adults to jump around as well. And as far as like the cleanliness of this place, I actually don't think it's too bad, but you do have to remember that basically this place is filled with a lot of tiny humans jumping around, sweating. So no doubt there are germs all over. Ian has been here in the dodgeball pit the entire time we've been here. I think he's having a lot of fun. You guys, I think Sherri might have died. Trey Beth, what are your thoughts on the noise level in here? It actually is a little bit loud. They have like the music with like a lot of bass. There's not a ton of screaming going on. I will say it's actually not as loud as I thought it was gonna be in here.
The trampoline park was so much fun. They had a ton of fun running all around there. And then on Monday, we actually took them to a hill here in town because it had like perfect snow. It was lightly snowing. It was about 30 degrees. It was like perfect sledding weather. So we went sledding.
Don't die. You guys, look at how perfect and wintry it is out here. We've gotten a whole bunch of new snow lately. This is absolute perfect sledding weather.
Don't look too happy.
Don't smile, Ian. Don't you dare smile.
Ian, smile at me. Look
Don't
at me.
you smile.
Bye. Ah!
Uh-oh. This park we were in is called Kincaid Park. It's actually a 1,500 acre park right here in Anchorage. In the wintertime, there's things like cross-country skiing, there's things like sledding trails, there's just all sorts of winter activities to do. In the summertime, the trails are like mountain biking trails or running or walking trails, and all of this area where there's snow and here obviously is all green. It's like a big green kind of natural amphitheater. And then they have things like picnic gazebos up there. They have a chalet here. It really is one of the most amazing park gems here in Anchorage. Hey Tobin. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We took them to the airport this morning. It's Tuesday morning, about 6 a.m.
It was a ton of fun. It was just a quick 4-night trip. Spent a lot of the time with them, honestly, just like sitting around reading and hanging out. We don't get to see them enough, so it was just nice to be together, right? It wasn't so much about the stuff we did, it was just about the fact that we got to be together. Yeah. So a ton of fun while they were here.
But because it was such an early morning, we are definitely feeling it today. We still had to both work all day, so it was...
Yeah, we're dragging a little bit right now, for sure. However, you guys, one thing that is giving us energy, it is after 7 p.m. and look at that. The sun is still up. It is still shining. Beautiful, beautiful day. Look at the sun over there on the mountains. So after the dark part of the winter, we are glad that the light is coming back and it's like staying light later. Yeah. It's like there's hope at the end of the tunnel. And it definitely feels that way.
Tonight, yeah, we still need to run to Costco, do some grocery shopping, but first, we have a very important countdown update to share with you.
You guys, look how awesome this is. We are going to Fiji in 59 days. Oh my gosh. And we're actually gonna talk about that more in this video because we've been starting to get a lot of questions from you guys asking about our Fiji trip with the coronavirus going on. You're wondering, are we still traveling? Are we still going? But some of you guys have even been asking our thoughts on your trips. We had 2 messages today alone saying, hey, we're going on a Disney cruise soon. What do you guys think? Should we go or should we not? So we're gonna talk all about that in this vlog because honestly, we do have some thoughts. Yeah. But before we go Costco shopping, before we talk about coronavirus, you guys, we got a piece of mail today. Sherri, what do you think of this?
It's super amazing.
You guys, this is one of the coolest pieces of mail we've ever received. 2 of our viewers, Aaron and Ilona, actually got married recently, like March 1st recently, and they messaged us on Facebook and they wanted to save some of their wedding favors to send to us. Are you kidding me? So they actually sent us a few of these. There's tea in there. I love this. The perfect blend. That's so cool. They also sent us a card with a really nice note. They're on the LeggLife viewer cruise in September, which we love. But one of the reasons this meant so much to us, you guys know, you guys send us the most amazing things all the time. But to us, there's something about being included in somebody's wedding. Like the fact that they thought of us, just like random YouTubers, when they were thinking about who their wedding favors would go to, that just means the world to us. We love that you guys consider us part of your family. We love that you guys consider us part of your lives. And to be able to receive someone's like wedding favors, that is so next level awesome to us. Thank you so much. Oh, and the tea is awesome, but I've got to show you my favorite part of their card. Look at this. Inside the card, they drew, I cannot even put into words how cool this is. Baymax with a Mickey bar wearing Sherri's Disney cruise ears. What? That is just the coolest thing. Now let's go to Costco and talk about a global pandemic. All right, friends, let's talk coronavirus. As you guys know, we have a couple trips coming up. We have our Fiji trip, Sherri, in May.
Yep.
59 days. That's the trip you guys have been messaging us about the most for sure. As of now, our trip is still on. Right? We have no plans to cancel it. We plan to go as long as we are allowed to go. Right. So that kind of leads us to our thoughts around this whole coronavirus, should you go, should you travel thing. Sherri, what do we think about this?
I think that it's got to be kind of a personal call, but I think that for us, we are not going to let fear prevent us from continuing to live our life.
Yeah.
And it does seem to be, affecting people with immune kind of deficiencies, and so that's not us. I will say that if you or somebody in your traveling party does have some kind of immune deficiency, take that into account.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is that like we have chosen, not just around coronavirus, but around anything, right, that we're just not gonna live in fear and not gonna let fear dictate what we do and don't do. Now, I'm not trying to minimize coronavirus at all because I think like it's clear, I mean, people are dying from this, right? Like it is significant. And so we're not trying to minimize that at all. And I will say that if it gets to the place where we feel like we are personally putting ourselves at risk, we wouldn't go, right? Or if it's the kind of thing where this virus goes to Fiji and it is significant on the island and the island closes down, or there's like issues on the island, then we would make the call probably not to go. However, right now, the way things are, we're gonna go. And so I think that just looking at kind of our ages, looking at who this is affecting the most, the kind of people, I think that we would say that the way things are currently, we still feel comfortable traveling to Fiji. Now, I do have another trip coming up. I'm actually going to Florida in like 10 days for how long am I there for? Like 7, 8, 9 days, something like that.
About a week.
For some work with a client. And that trip will be interesting to me because I haven't traveled since this whole coronavirus thing started. If you remember, like when we got home from our last cruise was like the very beginning of this. Right? We were basically getting off the ship as this was just kind of starting to hit the news. So this will be my first time traveling, and I'm very curious to see what traveling is like. You know, we've been doing the precautions. We've been washing our hands more. We've been, you know, we're not stockpiling toilet paper. We're not stockpiling water.
We're not stockpiling anything.
We're not stockpiling anything. But for us, we just have made the decision that we're not going to let fear rule our lives and determine what we do. So we're still going to travel. We're still going to live our lives until it gets to the place where it's not responsible to do that, right? And then we won't. As far as what you guys should do, I think what Sherri said is right. It really is your call. It has to be a personal decision.
Right. If you don't feel comfortable traveling, then don't.
Yep. And I will say, this goes back to like even our travel anxiety video we made. I know people who have like significant anxiety that this just heightens that. Right. And so maybe it is best to not travel right now for you. Again, personal decision for us. Fiji is still on as of right now. Fingers crossed that happens. We've been looking forward to it so much. My trip to Florida here in just a little while, still on. Looking forward to that so much as well. So we are just going to continue to live our lives with clean hands and not touching my face. Which
he does a lot.
You guys, when Auburn was here, we haven't talked about this in the vlog. When Auburn stayed with us, before Auburn stayed with us, she pointed out how often I touch my face. Now, Sherri has mentioned it before. I just thought, God, that can't be true.
It had to come from an outside source for him to believe it.
And now when I watch videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, I touch my face all the time. So I'm trying to be better about not just like rubbing my beard randomly, because apparently that's like not Corona safe. So clean hands, no face touchy, and continue to live your life. That's what we're doing. Now, I also am curious about this. We're about to head into Costco. I have heard rumors that Costco's around the country, maybe even here in Anchorage, are like running out of stuff. So super curious to go inside and see if that's the case here. You guys can see the sun just setting over there now as we head into Costco. Sherri, are you excited as you get blinded by the sun?
I am.
Sherri, of course, grabbed a cleansing Clorox wipe, wiping down the entire car. Good job, Sherri. This car, at least for now, Corona free. You guys, I just found this deal at Costco and we're actually thinking about getting this. This is the M50, which is a Canon camera. We actually need to get a new vlogging camera, and the M50 is what I want. Our friend Summers in Alaska use this and they really like it. It's still got the flip out screen, just like that. It's great Canon. It has an interchangeable lens, which I really love, but it's not as big as like a DSLR. And so it feels kind of like a step up from what we use, which is the G7X. And the best thing about this actually is that the price for this kit is only $5.99. We totally may get this soon. So take a look at this sign, you guys. They have it posted here. It says, in order to serve as many members as possible, we're limiting purchases to certain high demand items. So of course it's things like water, things like hand sanitizer, toilet paper. This is crazy. No Alaskan trip to Costco is complete without getting this giant thing of reindeer sausage. We try to always have that in our fridge. Well, it didn't look like the store was overrun with people trying to get everything. They were basically out of toilet paper, almost out of paper towels, still had a lot of bottled water. It's just weird. Just filling up with gas on the way home, and a lot of you guys ask from time to time, like, what are prices like here in Anchorage? So just so you know, gas right now is $2.74 a gallon for regular, $2.94 for Supreme, and then $3.14 for premium. This is about what it is around town. So that's gas prices in Anchorage right now. So to fill up Sherri's car, which was not quite on empty, the fuel light hadn't come on yet, was $26. Home from the store, got all sorts of stuff: hard-boiled eggs, bacon bits, tuna, reindeer sausage you guys saw. Got some of these like Wisps cheese crisps. Got actual cheese, got turkey, just all sorts of stuff. Guacamole, because why would you not get guacamole? Look how much guacamole that is. Yes, please. And I just realized you guys have not seen Missy in far too long. Missy Legg, the people have missed you. Have you missed them? Look at that little kitten nose sniffing. You are so darn adorable. Missy's had a big few weeks. When Auburn was here, she loved Auburn. Like, Auburn and her are best friends. She got all sorts of like snuggles and loves. And then our nephews came and she was unsure about all of the noise they brought, so she hid for a while. But the last couple days that they were here, she actually kind of like started to come out a little bit, started to be around us more. So by the end of their trip, she was definitely warming up to them. But I think the reality is that she's gotten pretty used to the peaceful, quiet life we live. Sherri's working on preparing stuff for salads for lunch tomorrow. We got some cheese there, some turkey, some onions, some hard-boiled eggs. We got the lettuce right here. That salad is looking pretty great. So friends, that is where we're gonna end our vlog. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah. I've missed vlogging. I actually really enjoy this. Sherri, big question from today's video. Should we buy the new vlogging camera?
I don't know.
I want to so bad, and that's such a good price.
And we've been having issues with this one.
This camera feels like it's on its last leg. It's just been beat up. Yeah. I don't want to spend $600, but I feel like that's such a good deal for that camera. It's the camera we wanted. So maybe you guys will see a new LeggLife vlogging camera coming soon. You guys, you know we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you on the next LeggLife video.